Hello, hello, hello. Hey, all right. Okay.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
What is it that you really like cooking? Each.
Anyone can cook.
He's the one behind these recipes.
We get to really be part of people's lives.
20 minutes for 2 medium rare steaks? This is bullshit.
Yes, chef.
I need to hear you.
Yes, chef.
It's your call.
Lady.
Look at me. Wake up.
Technology. This is cool.
This is cool. Welcome back to Dry Storage Confessionals, where the shift ends, but the stories keep pouring for anyone who has lived, loved, or just survived the restaurant industry. Shit, we all have. I'm your host, Maggie. Let's get into it. Today I have Chad here with me, a dear friend, a dear colleague, and I'm excited to unpack your story.
I played the fifth.
Yeah, not for long. Not
on
for
some
long.
some things, probably.
Chad, thank you for real for sitting down with us today.
Most definitely. I believe in you. I believe in this. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
If I was young and cool, I'd probably try to do the same thing, but
What you talking about? Let's take a look at this fit. It is very young and very cool. This little light number here.
Little something,
I just had to dust it off.
Had to. I'm tired of wearing all black all the time, too.
All right. Well, we'll start light. We won't come in too hard. Let's hear, how did you get pulled into the industry at first? Was it a choice or an accident?
Oh man, that started with a bad choice. So I've got a pass like a lot of people, but I was picked up at county jail by my dad, and he said, I'll take you one or two places to get a job, and that's as far as this goes. And I was really kind of like early in my life. I was kind of stuck before I was 21. I was going, all right, well, I've hit rock bottom already. So he had McDonald's or Applebee's. And I remember going, shit, my friends are going to clown me. This is going to be awful. But I guess I'll be less embarrassed to work at Applebee's. And just on the simple fact, no knock on McDonald's, but, I had an opportunity to make a few more bucks, I felt like. So
right.
Chose the Applebee's route and became this mouth of the South.
What age was that at?
I think that was 20 years old.
Okay. So did your other friends not have jobs at that point, or were they working and you just weren't?
They were working jobs where taxes weren't taken out. A lot of sheetrock hanging and
okay.
Yeah, a lot of labor work back in those days.
So that was embarrassing for you to have to.
Yeah, man, they'd come in and let me get a kid's chicken finger, and I know you're not going to ring me up, and I'm going, oh my God, I'm already almost fired. I hadn't been here 30 days.
Damn, they was already putting the pressure on you.
Oh, I had managers from like Hibbett Sports knocking on the back door, like, hey Chad, slide me this out, slide me that. It was like car side, front, back.
I kind of hate that. Like that sucks because like that's super fucking common too when you are like in the industry, having friends just automatically expect or trying to push for something free. And
I'm not bashful about at this point in my career, I will duck behind the bar and I will literally hide from you. Nothing personal, but when it's time to go home for me, it's time to go home.
That's true. That's a fact, Jack.
I've learned that the hard way several times, but yeah. Oh man.
So you hit up Applebee's, and then have you been in the industry ever since?
Yeah, I did. I think on and off with them, I did probably 8-9 years.
Oh wow.
Earned a lot of stripes and earned a lot of scars through that route. But I've been everything. I worked front of house, back of house. I don't cook. I have attention deficit disorder, so I tend to walk off and burn things. That happens. It's a fact here too. I think I brag like, oh, this is so great. I'm like, anything comes out them silver doors is amazing unless I cook it.
Unless it comes from you.
Then you got a problem.
Well, which of those roles do you think shaped you and your career the most?
I think it was important, like back in my day at Applebee's in Phoenix City, it was like one of the highest grossing in the whole southeastern market. And we had a lot of traffic going through like Panama City back in that day. That was a big stop. And it was just fast food restaurants. There wasn't a lot of sit-down restaurants, so we'd get all kinds of crazy out-of-towners and regular business. But I think it was important. I started as a busboy, and this is at an Applebee's. This is back when you could smoke at an Applebee's. But yeah, I was a busboy. They were picking up extra shifts. I'd be a busboy, and man, I'd walk out of there, you know, 50, $100 off of tables, and I'm just thinking like, you know, I'm so ungrateful for that. Looking back now, I'm like, dude, you weren't even 21 years old, and you were coming home with money like that and getting paychecks. You know?
I know, and it's single income household, didn't have like no true full responsibilities, you know, in comparison to what you got on your plate now. It's like looking back, like hell yeah, you didn't have.
Friends didn't clown me once I started pulling the money in from Applebee's. They know that,
Right?
You know, I was the driver. I was the one footing a lot of the party bills and whatnot back in those days too. Love y'all.
How did it shape you, do you think? I mean, that role shaped you the most in what ways?
Very, very humbling.
Okay, yeah.
So it's a lot of hard work. I forgot what it looks like to be not in this industry and to look from the outside in.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times, you know, you'll see somebody on their phone. I go out, I see everything. Done it too long, but you know, you see somebody on their phone. You see a lot of people, I think, see downtime or right there before shift change. You know, so I think there's a different perspective once you worked in this industry.
Yes.
I think it should be mandatory. Everybody should go work at a McDonald's or Applebee's.
Preach.
You know?
You are not the first person to say that, and I hope that we keep on saying it until we see a change.
Not a lot of respect in this industry. It's judged like a lot of places. You know, I think a lot of people get judged, but you know, once your foot's in the door, it doesn't take long to figure out the goods and bads, pros and cons of this business.
Yeah,
for sure.
Facts. When you do think back on these early days, what's something that you wish somebody had told you before that first shift?
Oh man, life can be a lamp. Don't be careful. You can burn it out quick.
Heard.
You know, going out, being young, closing Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot at my age. It's a lot on these younger people I work with too. I see it take a toll, but you know, mentally to be geared and prepared to go out to Sky Bar after this, like, hell, I'm 43 years old. I go home and pray for most of them. Like,
yeah,
how are, you know, how in the world can they keep up? But I always think back, yeah, early me, machine. You know, it's you burn both sides. You work hard, you play hard. And
very
I'm
true.
From that
That's the
generation.
motto. Work hard. That is that damn generation. I mean, that was in Dad's earlier days. That was a big. You know, now he says, big team, little me or little I or whatever. But
little me,
baby,
little
back
me.
in the day, it was work hard, play hard. You fucking pirates, clock in, let's go.
Yep. And that's a culture. I love it. You know, I'm learning how to incorporate it into my life now, and know that I don't always have to be, Captain Jack Sparrow. You don't always have to man the wheel, but it does take. And the thing about this place, if y'all don't know about the pub, if you work here, you've worked here. I mean, it's pretty much family. I've become very close with your family, all branches of the tree. But you know, a lot of hard work goes into this place to make it turn. I'm always fortunate to have the opportunity to come back the next day that I'm scheduled and clock in. But yeah, this is a very tight knit group. It's not like that everywhere. And you know, if you come in or you turn like a bad apple, you know, you're causing drama, chaos around here or anywhere you work. Pretty much, you know, you're going to be the odd person out.
Real quick. And you can spot it so fast. It doesn't take long.
I got soured like a grape there for a while, and I realized like a lot of my friends, like they still love me, and I'd get a message, but they started avoiding me, and I don't blame them. You know, I wasn't a person that I would want to, you know, hang around or talk about the game last night either.
Some people will bounce back and they'll switch up, or they peel out. They can't do it.
My pub family knows to give me space.
Yeah, I think it just took a minute to learn the dynamic and.
Oh yeah, it's how you fit in and what you can bring to the table. Nobody's perfect, but you know, it's like your husband, jack of all trades for sure. I've heard that. I've even thought of myself like that, but nah, that young man is literally jack of all trades. I need his help on the privacy fence. If you're watching, I ain't forgot about you.
Heard.
But you know, it's one of those. You can bring something to the table, but when you're like a rare jack of all trades, you can plug in anywhere, and most of us can. Seasoned vets, you can look around and go, "Hey, we're suffering here," and you can be the little boy who put your finger in that dam. You
And
know, in the whole
you know
network.
where to fit in and slide
Yeah,
in.
yeah, and it's and at this age of my tour, it's kind of like I think I've done this 18 years total, maybe a little over. I'm 43 years old. I've tried a lot of things. I've done a lot of things, but I keep coming back to this business because it is like it's chaos, but I love the fact you can control chaos.
Yes, I agree. To some extent, at least.
Mm.
Would you consider yourself more of a bartender who can serve food or a server who can sling drinks?
I would go I would go bartender. I can serve food.
Yeah.
I think with some of the best of them when I'm mobile. But yeah.
No, you getting that well.
Yeah, you become like that once you start transitioning roles. Busboy, dish room, back of house, server, bartender. Once you get to that bartender point, that's like a make or break, I guess, in our business. You go forward at some point. You go management. Me, I've always run from that. I don't care for the responsibility. I have a hard enough time keeping up with myself sometimes. So, I don't like the responsibility end of it, but I like the service end, and it's the guest. At the end of the day, as aggravating as things can get and be on us, I think any of us truly can say why we do what we do. Number one is for the guest. It's to serve somebody and to have that opportunity to like make a connection. I think that's the biggest thing for us.
Yeah, when I watch you behind the bar too, like, I don't know, fairy comes to mind. You just kind of hop around and flutter around like a fairy. I mean, in the most manly way, but you really do, and it's a literally magical thing to watch. Because I don't know, you can turn that shit off if you are battling with something, and I see you put that shit in your back pocket and you just get to work, and I feel like before you know it, dealing with the guest and kikiing and clowning around and stuff, it kind of makes the clouds dissipate a little bit.
I have been told I'm the class clown of the bunch at times. Try to keep that under wraps, but yeah, working hard on comedy night on Thursday. The guys are great that run that circuit, but they don't think I'm up to par yet. But I'm still working hard. I hadn't gave up.
I better see you up there. Is that a little sneak peek? We gonna see a little set put together?
Oh yeah, you just
You
show
working
up to
on
the
a little
pub.
something?
You sit at the bar. You're gonna get free jokes. Comedy's terrible from me, so you'll get free jokes. I won't even charge you for that. Don't even worry.
Anytime he's scheduled is comedy night,
You get
right?
free water and free bad dad jokes at any time. Don't
I
worry.
gotta take a sip. I'm cracking up.
And cheers.
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 Yes.
I really like the monk fruit. This is. It's a natural sweetener.
I haven't tasted that yet. Yes, monk fruit is really popular.
Found out about it researching other countries that care about their
health.
their citizens' health more so than our country. Love you, United States, but monk fruit, Red Bull Zero, check it out. I'll take in sponsorships. Red Bull.
Shout out Red Bull.
Yep.
You can if you slide into dry storage, I'll put you in contact with the man.
Got you.
But yeah, monk fruit, people with like type 2 diabetes, I'm sure type 1 as well, but they use that a lot, just to be able to have a sweetener, but it doesn't spike your blood sugar. That's the key element of monk fruit.
You sit here for 30 minutes and you learn something. That's crazy.
I know. Just shitting about monk fruit. All right. First confessional. I think it's time.
Right.
What's something you've done on shift that would have gotten you fired if anyone had actually noticed or found out at the time?
I plead the fifth. All
right. I knew I was going to have to do this. If you choose not to answer, I'm going to make you do something funny.
I have, it's not going to be hop on one leg. I only have one. I tell you, I've had to evacuate some guests because they have ruined the entire dining room's experience. And I refuse to go down on that ship. Last weekend I had a gentleman cut off. He lit a cigarette at the bar. Ran off like one of my favorite couples. Was in a good conversation with, but as soon as it happened, I'm done. We're done convo. I'm around the other side of the bar. I'm picking you up. Hi, how you doing? We're gonna smoke outside, and let's get you an Uber, or let's call your friends. Let's call your mom, your wife.
So you're gonna take matters into your own hands.
I do at times, and I forget. I'm not 23. I'm 43. But yeah, we all enjoy the shenanigans here. But
not the evacuation. I'm dead.
Yeah, we can't have any black plagues in here. You got to go. I'm sorry.
What's the secret law of the restaurant that nobody puts in the handbook?
Hey, don't forget to help your other teammates out. 'Cause
Yeah.
you might need that help one day.
Not might.
Egos and personal problems can be left at the door, put in your back pocket. It's a thing. It's hard to learn, but it's thick skin, and it's a good life lesson to teach yourself, is to kind of be selfless and be a little less selfish. And don't forget, the world don't revolve around you. We're all going through stuff out here, so it's good to recognize and help your teammates. A lot of people like me are stubborn and won't ask for help. I've been bombarded by it. I don't know how to take it ever since I've sprained my ankle here, but it's nice. It's kind. Down to the wife and children at the house. Wish the dogs would give me a break, but I think that's the biggest one, man, is you really gotta look out for other people in on your pirate ship. You've got to. Because you'll need them one day for sure.
Yeah, I like that. Not just give help, but also accept it and ask for it as well.
I think that's in life in general.
We bet. We have trains come through.
Train.
If we pulled your old regulars here and asked them to describe you in 3 words, what do you think they would say?
They miss me. Humbly, they miss me, because I know they've sought me out and came and found me here all the way from Little Waverly, Alabama. Bless your hearts.
You miss them. Y'all come on
I
out.
miss them. Come on, we love you.
Is that what you would hope they say at least?
Yeah. That, or is, what is it, 3 words?
Yeah.
You owe me money is 4, so that's not it. So that's good. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
playing.
good.
All debt's clear.
That's hilarious. Do you think the industry attracts chaos or creates it?
I think anything in service and general public is chaos. You could be the lady working behind the belt counter. You could be the drive-through attendant at McDonald's. You could work at the pub in any form or fashion. I think chaos just finds us all in our work lives, especially when you deal with the general public.
Yes.
I've done almost 10 years on the other side at a desk in a cubicle doing insurance, so I know the other side of chaos, but it's not in your face, it's in your ear on the phone. And I had less control over that, and it was less personable. So when you did help somebody out and find something, save them some money, or replace something, or somebody died and they couldn't find their dad's insurance policy, and you help them find it and they can get their affairs in order, like, man, that's super satisfying work. But a lot of it turns to this age on the computer, on the phone. It's impersonable. It's not as gratifying.
Nope, not at all. And so your effort eventually diminishes. And I mean, as selfish as it may sound to say, but yeah, you don't get the same like ego fuel on our end from it. Because I mean, yeah, when we talk about we love, it's all about the guest, but there's a deeper root even than that. It's like the gratification that we feel from making the guest feel that way. It's
exceeding all
it's still
expectations.
linking back to how it makes us feel by giving someone that experience. So
No doubt.
the restaurant world is built on extremes: long hours, big parties, heavy drinking. Do you think you can survive it without picking up some of those extremes? Or is that,
we are currently working on that.
Yeah, true.
We are headstrong. I'm going good right now. But yeah, man, dude, try not to be a preacher, but yeah, with work children that are half my age, that are close to my daughter's age, like, yeah, it's hard not to preach at them and you let them live their own life. It's like watching your kids. Mine are 15 and 17. Very tough. I remember what I was doing at that age. So, it's tough, but you got to let people live their own lives. But I always try to be an open book for anybody. I'm not very bashful when it comes to my past, my current history. I'm not a bashful person. I always try to be an open book. And I've just learned that somewhere along the way, it might open up somebody else's perspective or, idea of, hey, if you're gonna lean into binge drinking and heavy drinking, not to preach, but you're kind of digging a hole in your life. You're not going from north to south on your path to your goals and dreams. And I think that's something my granddad said. He said drugs and alcohol will kind of rob you of your dreams. So your aspirations in life, it really will sideline you and slow you down. But get you off track. But yeah, if you're partying all the time, you're digging a hole. Just know that. And when you go to get out that hole, depending on how long you've dug that hole at 43, I mean, I've got a pretty big damn hole I got to dig out of, and I'm learning that. And I've got a lot of people around me that very supportive, and you know, a lot of it's just self control, and I think there's different types of people and how they deal with it. And that's the thing is, you know, I didn't recognize early enough in life that, you know, I'm one of those people. If I have one drink, you know, it's over. It's a wrap. You got Johnny Cash all over again. It's going to feed into a question I saw you had, but
I like that shout out.
Yeah.
The man in black.
You got to be careful, and you got to be aware of your own self control and your own tendencies, and just know you are who you hang out with.
Yeah.
You are what you eat. You are what you drink. You definitely.
So maybe it's just dependent on that.
Yeah, I think it's an individual thing. I think it really is.
Well, what do you think kills more industry careers, bad management or the bad habits?
I've seen it go both ways. I had one of the most tremendous staffs in my early career. Best front of house, best back of house. It ran like clockwork. I can't even say we were close like friends and family here. It was more like a literal freaking machine. And we pumped money. I made so much money I couldn't even spend it at an early age.
Wow.
And looking back, man, that was some of the worst management I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
And that's that set corporate, you know, you got a GM, a bar manager, a front of house, and a back of house manager. Man, I've seen some bad stuff in my day on that end, but I've also seen good management in an establishment be eaten alive from the inside, because it can be a cancer. You know, it really can. And once you start letting people into what you do or don't do, and they get closer in your circle, you start figuring out not everybody needs to be in your circle.
Yes.
You know,
facts.
But yeah, I've seen it go both ways. I can't really call that. I think the detrimental end of a restaurant or a bar, the end of a business period, yeah, that's going to be bad management. I just have to call that at all times.
Yeah. So the staff in particular that you were just speaking about, raking in the money, but really bad management, like what was the successful factor of that, do you think?
Man,
like just their drive?
circles around them. We ran circles around them. We learned dumb stuff at an early age. We weren't even taught like inventory on liquor to make sure that we had what we needed to, you know, we were having to worry about our own product at $2.13 an hour to make sure we had it to sell to make the money that, you know, we needed. And I think that was something before. I don't even remember anybody really super aggravated back in those days. We just all literally, the staff worked together to make stuff happen. And we were one of the highest grossing out the door Applebee's in the Southeast in like late 90s.
So it's very transactional. Like you said, y'all weren't really close, like personally.
No. And then, you know, relationships did happen because, you know, young and it does, you know, hey, after this, there's nothing to do, but we'll go to the lake and we'll clear a bottle. If nothing else, we'll go fishing and clear a bottle. And then you think it's you and Bubba Ray in the kitchen going fishing and drinking a bottle. And then you got 6 waitresses and, you know, the back of the house staff and the management there. And we're all, you know, it did become close there at the end. But during those money-making times, man, we were just machines. Shout out to y'all, Terminators.
Yeah, it's just interesting. I mean, as I'm going to, like, interview more stories and stuff, like, just kind of exploring and dissecting the answer, I guess, of, like, what is the perfect staff dynamic. You know, you talk about here how close we are and we're family, and then you bring up that staff, and it's, like, money-making, just, like, very transactional, but there was no relationship until the end. So it's just, it's interesting to me to see.
There was like, you know, there was some ends
what the key is. I don't know.
Like accountability on those ends. There were some things like put in place because some of us had messed it up for the others. Like, hey man, there's no congregating up here. We mail you checks. Don't come up here unless you're clocking in or picking up somebody. Don't hang around here. You know, it kind of got a bad reputation back in those days. During that time, and for good reason. There's some other things that happened illegally. It was above our heads with some management.
Oh,
whatever.
like what?
Oh well, all right. So if y'all want to look it up, late 90s, I didn't know FBI jackets were literally navy blue and yellow letters until I saw it. I thought that was a team, I thought that was a TV thing growing up in Phoenix City, Alabama. But yeah, they had the whole staff laid out. Helicopters came in. We were waiting. Yeah, we had a bad apple that was up in management that was skimming cards back in the day before anybody knew what skimming cards was. They'd
that's early for their time, for real.
Yeah, and they were
the original scammer.
Yeah, they were sending it to somebody in like wherever up north, Chicago, New York, sending files of this information, and they were getting paid back for this. But us punk kids that had something in their pocket worth $5-10, that. Did
you know about it?
Oh no, but we're all laid down and we're all looking at each other like, "Hey man, did you snitch? Did you snitch? Did you tip?" And we're all trying to figure out, and we're just all out there confessing our sins. Has nothing to do with us, what we had in our cars, in our pockets, or what we were doing in our free time.
Y'all thinking it was about some like underage drinking?
Oh, we thought we were going down, man.
The cigarettes in the car.
Oh yeah. Too many packs of cigarettes in that car.
Oh my God.
Man, that reminded me of a story. You've asked some of the guests the wildest stories. I'd probably just thought of mine. I have a ton, and I don't.
And it wasn't that?
Oh no. So years later, friends and I took off on a Friday night closing, 2 a.m. We take off. We go to Panama City. We're gonna hit the store when they open, but we just go down with a couple bottles, sit on the beach, enjoy ourselves, watch the sun come up. We drive back to open, 11 o'clock the next morning. None of us can make it. This is a staff of 5, like key staff. So they're messed up. We all show up.
Oh my God.
We're all doubles. We all show up for our shifts like at 3 o'clock, barely make it. We're all hungover. I've got the store my friend made me stop at was to get a bunch of whippets in Panama City. So, and on the way back, bless my friend, she's doing good now, but man, it sounded like Rambo over there. It was just some CO2 cartridges hitting the floorboard. It was just nerve-wracking.
One after the other.
So I've got 17 cases of whippets in the trunk of my car, and a redneck that I cut off at the bar that night gets mad, throws it in reverse after I cut him off. He goes to leave with his Bubba friend, and they got a jacked up truck. I'm talking about Bigfoot, just monster truck right over my car. He went straight over the bumper, the back windshield. His tires, no lies, resting on top of my car. Puts it in drive, drives off.
My jaw's on the floor.
Everybody's screaming, "Chad, we already called the police. He hit your car." I'm going,
no shit.
Shit, no, don't call the police. I've got stuff illegal in the state of Alabama in my trunk. Let me get out there with a crowbar or something, please. So I run out. In the midst of all this, I hear sirens, and I'm out there like I did nothing wrong, but technically, yeah, I kind of did. I crossed some state lines with some things, and I'm like, oh, God. So long story short, we got it out.
Before they got there.
Yeah, threw it in the bushes. They checked the car out. They're going through the car, So, yeah, that was probably my craziest. And I watched it all from the bar at Applebee's in Phoenix City. If anybody's ever been there, you can look out the window and see most of that parking lot. And I watch him go to his car because, I cut him off. He's mad. He's cussing. Hey, are you going to get your gun or a knife? I'm watching. We had been held up there before, but I'm watching them, and I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no.
No, not the car.
Yeah, monster truck show.
Not the car.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there at $2.13 an hour like, what do I got to do? That's probably the craziest. I'll come up with more.
Did you get a new car out of it, though?
Nah.
Insurance?
Never found, buddy.
No.
Oh, of course, man. Of course.
Oh my God, Chad, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So after the FBI came into the Applebee's, that was the end of the Applebee's? Did it shut down?
Yeah, that wasn't the end of it, but yeah,
You left?
They switched everybody out.
Yeah.
I think I took a pause from that and went into something else at the time. I think I was doing electrical work or something at the time, moving furniture. I went back to like labor work. I was like, yeah, this kind of freaked me out.
Just momentarily, though. Just momentarily. Oh my God. If the restaurant industry was redesigned from scratch tomorrow, what's the first thing you'd fix?
Man, taxes are a bummer for us.
If
y'all don't know, like, just say you wait tables and make $20,000 annually, which I don't know who can survive on that. But say you make that, I hope you've set aside your couple grand at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't be expecting a couple grand, or if you're single and young, I'm sure it's a couple $100. I remember mine one year bartending when I was young, about those days in Applebee's. I had to get my wisdom teeth out. I think the difference of what insurance covered or I didn't have was like $400 to $700. That was my taxes I was getting back that year. So I go to a little H&R Block next door to the store and get it done. She calls me the next morning, Chad, somebody stole your identity. Damn, it was a Mad X or something. Stole my identity, filed me as a dependent.
Oh,
So I had to mail my stuff in and wait 6 months, and the whole time I'm waiting on that $400 or $700, whatever it is, so I can get my 4 impacted teeth cut out of my head. So, fun times in this industry, but yeah, taxes isn't fun.
Nope.
Trying to gauge what you make is not fun. So I think, man, for younger people, it might be cool to have some kind of program of like to teach them that. Like, it's like I look back at school, like nobody taught me how to do taxes.
No.
I don't use pre-calculus
It's not
or
even
trigonometry
mentioned
in my everyday life, but
No.
I could use some knowledge on some taxes.
Could use that, yeah.
I could have, but I think that's the thing, you get slammed as a young person before you're 20 years old with. You got to learn so much getting up under your situation, mom or dad, where you're living, trying to learn about your path forward and getting out on your own. But man, you get slammed with so much, and there's a lot of opportunity now to learn, but there's only so much time in the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it'd be cool if there was like some beginner entry level people to understand, like, hey, here's kind of some expectations. We got it. As long as you understand there's going to be expectations on you too that you need to learn, like, hey man, teach yourself about this.
And especially like in this industry, it's almost like squirrels and gathering acorns, how they put acorns in their cheek or, in their nest or bears when they go into, hibernation. It's like wherever you are in the country or the world, and you have your off season and your busy season, like, yeah, you're making fucking bank during that, that high season. But with the inconsistency or just the daily ebb and flow to weekdays versus weekend, like you might make a bunch and a lump sum, but you have to, make that stretch and make that last you through, whether it's your summer off season or everyone's gone for the winter or like whatever it is.
Be grateful every day what you make, make $200
but
on
make
a
it
Monday
last.
morning. But hey man, Tuesday night, you might make $45. You gotta learn definitely to live within your means, and your budget.
Yeah.
Start squirreling away money when you have a good night.
Squirrel it away.
Yeah, don't go blow it all at Skybar. You can
No,
bring
don't do
that
it.
money to the
Don't
pub.
do it.
Bring that money to the pub.
Yeah, bring it over here. Well, if somebody wanted to change everything, like if they were like, scrap it all. What? You push it.
Press on it with your strong hand, baby.
Or is it a pull? That one is.
Nah, it's a press.
Yeah.
Press on that right side, right there in the middle. Just
I
press.
wasn't being mean. I'm just direct.
I love you.
Oh, you fine,
You
baby.
good? We actually like you.
Bless. He can't get in the damn cooler.
Young Timmy.
Lord have
Timmy,
mercy.
shout out Timmy.
Shout out Timmy. Get your ass in that
We
cooler.
love you, Timmy.
All right. Well, if they were trying to change it all, what's one thing?
Ooh.
What's one thing that you would protect, like that they couldn't change about the industry?
Man, you got to allow room for growth. The employees, and I think that's something that we're blessed here. You get an opportunity to grow. You prove yourself. You can grow here quickly, like most places. But yeah, the opportunity to grow. I think a lot of structures put in corporate, and it's to protect themselves. I get that, but a lot of times you cut out somebody's personality out of it. You start cutting out tendencies, and you're just kind of molding cookie cutter. And it's like, man, you go from one Chili's to another Chili's.
They're all the same.
You just end up going to those places for the triple dipper because that's the thing on YouTube right now.
But it ain't about the hospitality.
Nah,
it
you
ain't
don't
about
go-
the personality. It ain't about the service. None of that shit.
In my day, we had a badass TGI Fridays in Columbus, Georgia. Everybody went to that joint that was like a bartender. It was like these kids go to Sky Bar in Auburn. You went to that TGI Fridays because there was 2 men behind that bar.
That they was trying to see.
And man, those 2 dudes, I mean, you would have thought it was like R. Kelly or Keith Sweat back in their days. The women would just fall over you. They damn near throw bras behind the bar just at a TGI Fridays. But these were two badass bartenders with a personality, and they worked it, like you said, kind of earlier. Thank you, compliment, but gracefully, like a fairy in the middle of chaos. You're dancing around the flames.
Yeah, see, and they just fluttering around it.
They
just
excel
great,
at
you know,
that.
just
But unfortunately, that's a gift and a curse for most of us,
Yeah.
because then we, he'll have a hard time, figuring out left foot, right foot some days. But in the midst of that chaos, I don't know. That's probably the reason, and I don't say trapped as a bad way, but that's the reason I've trapped myself in this industry for a long time, is that instant gratification and just that chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to dance around the flames for whatever reason, Johnny Cash Reborn.
it's so sweet.
It is. It's a bittersweet symphony.
Yeah, it really is. Do you think that there is such thing as a healthy work-life balance in hospitality, or do you think that's just a myth that people sell to new hires?
No plead the fifth, but I will get back to you on that shortly.
You're still trying to figure it out
Currently
yourself.
writing a book on that. Hopefully
Yeah,
it don't
you
turn into
should.
a novel. I'd rather it be a short story, but yeah. And here's something that, like, I'm stubborn like granddad, out of spite, like, just to literally prove that that's possible. Sometimes I've gone a lot of places in my life, down a lot of dark roads, but to be able to turn around and walk back from it, it is inspirational to some people out there that actually need that.
Mm-hmm.
It's from the outside in, it's awful. I know my wife's seen some things and gone through a lot of things with me. She's not proud of, but her growth, kind of inspires me. But it's a big shadow to keep up in. When you marry this far up, math and knows, when you marry this high up, it's a lot. It's a lot of work, and it's hard to keep up with strong, young, independent-minded young ladies. It's hard to keep up with. But man, that, talk about number one fan club. My wife, dude, she's seen the worst. She's seen the best. I get compliments all the time. Your wife's beautiful. I don't know how she puts up with your ass. And it's
I know
like,
that's right.
man, I get tired of hearing that. I don't mind hearing my wife's beautiful. I know. I try to tell her first thing in the morning before anybody gets the damn opportunity. Hey, you look beautiful today. You smell lovely. Your hair's great. But man, biggest supporter, my wife, and that's the thing. Shout out Lindsay. But that's the thing. I'm working on currently in my stage at 43. I ain't gonna say it's my farewell tour, but I won't be doing this 5 years from now. I've gotten realistic with it. I don't know if I'll be doing it a year from now. I don't know what I'll be doing, honestly, but I think my era is like Jordan going out them last couple of years. Not that I'm Jordan for sure, but you want to leave a legacy you're proud of. You want to teach the younger people kind of some pitfalls and, hey man, stay out of this circle of this lane, focus on this. There's some things I can teach some people, down to just damn drinks. I don't got to preach. I can teach you drinks so you can take that forward and make you some money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's kind of my era now that I'm in, like, to quit plucking the gray hairs out of my beard, embrace them, and, moving forward. And just, I'm kind of knowing this is like my victory lap, my farewell tour. And I don't want to go out as the one that's got to get an Uber home every night.
Right.
It's kind of embarrassing. It's fully embarrassing. But yeah, that's something I'm currently working on, and I think it's possible. I think it's just like we talked about earlier, though. It's really a case-by-case scenario. Like, recognize yourself, learn yourself, love yourself.
Facts. Well, speaking of the lovely, beautiful, insanely perfect Lindsay, shout out, all the shout outs. Let's talk about her a little bit. Let's talk about y'all's relationship in the industry together just a little bit.
So,
when both partners are in the industry, is it double the fun or double the danger?
Double the danger. It was double the fun when I met her. So I actually met her at said place, and
But the Applebee's?
yeah, we ain't gonna mention her too much with that. No, we're gonna leave that out. That's gonna be an off limits thing for sure. But yeah, I met her in this industry. She was a waitress, and I don't think at that point with Applebee's off and on, I don't think they'd let me bartend. I think they just had me as a server, as a waiter. But yeah, we'd close, and I always tell this story. And man, she gets tired of it. But people go, how'd you meet your wife? Well, we were working at the same place. And said manager's like, I'm gonna check your section and make sure, you know, you cleaned all the crumbs up and you wiped your tables down and your salt and peppers. Man, I'd go, as soon as I did my work in the back, I'd sneak behind her back and I'd throw a whole bus tub of damn chicken fingers and crayons and dirt. I'd throw it right up under one of her tables. So I knew she could never leave without me. She would always be slowed up by one thing. And it was always that. And about that time, you know, we talked and hung out. Worked hard together, but
So you were just making sure she couldn't like leave before you?
Yeah,
or
most definitely.
did she know it was you doing it?
Oh, she figured it. She was way smarter than me. Way smarter than me. She figured that out quickly. But you know,
Cute moves, Chad.
You see what you want, you go get it. Right?
Yeah, you got to find a way.
Yeah, I'd heard that all my life, but I never knew what that was until I saw Miss Lindsay. I was like, "Ooh, I gotta have that."
I got to keep her from walking out them doors.
I don't know what it's going to take. It's taking a lot. It's still going to take some more, but yeah, no doubt, man. Find you something in life worth living for.
Yeah.
Whether it be someone or something or hell.
So double the fun at first and then double the danger later.
Yeah. But yeah, double danger right now because she's a way better bartender than me.
Oh.
She has way better self-control than me. And she's learned the important thing at our age of having teenagers and houses and responsibilities of, hey man, clock out and go home.
Yeah.
Clock out and go home.
Don't get left behind, Chad. Whose bartending opinions start more debates in your house, yours or hers?
Mine. I'm the argumentative one. She's the forgiving one. She's the yin to my yang.
Yes.
But I think that's why we balance well. I think we do. She's short, I'm tall. She's pretty, I'm ugly. But yeah, I think it's me always going to be me. Like she was making her board for Tiger Town Sports last night. She's making her board. They got a new dry erase board. So draw me a beer can, and we're all struggling. I'm trying to draw a beer can, and she's sitting there, and I'm looking at Friday Night Special. I'm like, what the hell, man? The Blue Dream, that's my drink. No, that's the drink you made for me. And I'm going, so it's your drink? Well, you don't drink anymore. And I'm going, yeah, true. But I mean, as a bartender, like I created that drink for my wife. And she has taken that and made it better. So yes, I'm the argument.
Yeah.
I'm the one with the ego issue.
That adds up. Working in the industry together, are there any rules that have been had to put in place to just, for the sake of sanity, avoid self-destruction? To preserve.
If you had that, if you were prepared with that speech, I would have liked the notes on that weeks ago, months ago, a couple years ago. No.
I wish I had a damn handbook.
Zach.
I wish I had a handbook.
So Zach, all right, love all the guests on this show. Truly love all the guests on the show. Zach told me a big thing a couple weeks ago, and I said pretty much the same thing I just said was, he said, when I was up here bartending, and it was crazy with the drag shows and stuff back in the day, I've heard about up here. He said, I'd have to make a rule, baby. Ain't no drinking till 11 or midnight. And I'm going, damn, did that work? Yeah, Chad, yeah. I go, well, fuck, why didn't you tell me that a long time ago? I've known you over 2 years now. Well, Chad, I thought you knew that. Well, I mean, I'm older. That doesn't mean I'm smarter. But yeah, that's some stuff like literally. I remember working with Dave. He's like, man, if you're going to drink, like, can you pace it out to more of like every 30 minutes? And I'm sitting there trying to do the math on my calculator on my phone at one point. I'm so bad off one night, and I'm like, well, hell, that's a lot of shots. You work 8-10 hours in here every 30 minutes. That's a lot of shots. He said, yeah, I was trying to slow you down.
He's like, yeah, that's my point, Chad.
Yeah. So yeah, I've seen the Wildin' Out episode, and I'm usually the star, unfortunately.
So we're just gonna chalk it up to there are several rules that Lindsay has put in place.
There are several
for the sake of sanity.
Promises I have promised my wife and the good Lord upstairs. But yeah, I make a promise every day I walk out my house now. I make a promise to my kids and my wife. Yeah, I got a lot of people counting on me. Got a lot of people supporting me.
You do.
But yeah, it all kind of starts with you, man. If you're struggling with something, come talk to me. I'll talk to you. But yeah, I think we all struggle with something, whatever it is, in life. But I think a lot of times like love, like reciprocating love, and it's hard to take help. I don't take help. I'm not gonna say like I'm not used to it, but I just don't ask for it. So like being humbled and having to sit on the sidelines for a little while, and then being limited on mobility with this boot, it's it's humbling to watch all these young kids. I turn around and I think they're over there. I'm like, did they just take $1 out of my tip jar? No, they're over there taking my full bus tub, or they're
Helping you
scooping
out.
ice,
Yeah.
and it's like, man, I'm 43 years old and I don't know how to tell somebody like honestly like thank you,
Thank you,
like
yeah.
I appreciate you.
That was a big thing for me when I was pregnant. That was a big lesson.
I think you and I are the same. Like no matter the chaos, we rather have our hands in it so we have some kind of control over
That's
it.
100%. It's the one thing that you can control,
Oh, but yeah, rules in place.
Rules
yes,
in place.
There are a lot of rules, and I don't expect anybody to abide by them but me.
Well, so let me ask you this. As one of the first male guests, I mean, no, there's been 3, but just early on in this podcast, as a guy that is with someone who is also in the industry, like how have you had to come to terms with her being a bartender, and what are some of those like speed bumps or roadblocks that y'all have kind of had to maneuver with, maybe like people flirting with her? Obviously she's fucking perfect, so like that's gonna happen. Not that you have rules set up for her, she's gonna respect you, but like what have y'all had to navigate kind of with that?
Really, she's perfect. Really don't have to deal with a whole lot. I mean, she gets it. She's very smart about internally is it something she should mention or not. But yeah, it happens more so than I know. And it's no surprise to me, but to be 100% confident and trusting in your spouse, man, blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed. Me, my biggest problem is to get around Evan Williams and a couple well bottles and get to my car. I'm sober.
Okay, so you kind of already answered this, but Lindsay pulls rank on mixing drinks at home, you'd say?
All the time.
She pulls rank on everything, right?
Everything. I could spout off something and she can put it into a drink. I can just spout off a couple little ingredients, and I can tell when she tunes out and she's like, yeah, not Jameson. We're going to do Jameson orange with that. Yeah, we're not going to do lime.
Genius.
We're going to do lemon with that. Yeah, she's smart about her simple syrups and her honeys, and she makes amazing coffee. You should see her cooking. Oh my
Hopefully
God.
she'll get on here with me. We'll see. What is your most controversial industry hot take?
It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true. I don't know if that's the hottest take, but I think some people will take that wrong, and feel like they're subpar or they couldn't do this.
It's true, though.
Maybe not everybody needs to do this.
Not everybody can or should do it.
I've been learning my whole career in this of how to be better, how to kind of, find a balance in life doing this, and being single or now being married with kids. Like, it's not easy.
Hence this whole discussion.
It's not easy. But yeah, I think a lot of people in this industry, young, old, don't get the respect that they deserve. It kind of sucks. You get judged a lot, or, you get looked down upon. Back to like the original, like, how did I wind up in this? Got out of county jail, got one ride from my pop. Love you, Pop. He said, I'll take you to McDonald's or Applebee's to put in an application. And I literally judged the poor people at McDonald's and was going, but I'd probably make a couple extra bucks at Applebee's.
Yeah, you're like, no, I'd rather take Applebee's because the same judgment.
And my friends couldn't always afford Applebee's, so they weren't going to be in there every day jerking me around for, a $1 item or whatever.
Yeah, but odds are just because you're going to the university at the local college town does not mean you should grab a host job. Totally agree.
Not.
If you could erase one night from your industry memory forever, what would it
St.
be?
Patrick's Day. Next question. Am I all out to plead the fifth? Maggie reminded me of that, so damn it. St. Patrick's Day. I'm so sorry. If anybody saw me on St. Patrick's Day, I apologize. I apologize to half the city. I'm going to my meeting, so I'll continue to apologize. I'm sorry, people. I'll let you down.
What's the shift drink you'd put in rehab?
For me, previous to this week, I would say anything in my cup or shot glass.
Just go on and send it. Go on and sign it up.
Anything I had. It might have looked like a ginger ale can, but that wasn't ginger ale, baby. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's just, man, I'd have to say Rumple Mints for guests. Y'all
Yeah.
quit asking for it.
Yeah, we
But
tired of getting out these puke buckets.
I'm going to buy the rest of the bottle. I'm going to pour it out, and I'm going to throw it away and ask them not to reorder it.
If you order a shot of Rumple Mints, don't be shocked if you start getting cut off when you ask for a second one, because we're done.
Bring your own pickle bucket and mop, and you clean up the throw up.
Bring
'cause
your
we're
own
tired of it.
bib. Facts. If your career had a soundtrack, which song would play over the closing credits?
'Cause I'll get whiskey bent and hellbound. Come on, Chad. Why do you drink? I don't know. I'm a shitty drunk
Why do we rose smoke?
because I can't drink.
No, that's not Whiskey Bent and Hellbound. That was
Hey, we can sing whatever we want to up here.
I just
Karaoke don't
sang-
start
I
up
just
here
sang
till
Family
like 8 o'clock,
Traditions.
and I can't sing. Well, those are my favorite songs, and I can't sing up here karaoke on Friday anymore. I've been cut off.
You've been blocked, banned.
I sang Teardrops on my guitar by Taylor Swift, and obviously it embarrassed a lot of guests because they couldn't sing as good as me. So they
I'd
asked
come
me
back
not to.
anytime for that performance, Chad. I
think
really would.
Somebody's got the video down there.
What do you want your industry legacy to be? The chaos you survived or the changes that you made?
Changes I've made. I'd rather go out as good Chad and leave a better legacy. Yeah, I don't want to go out as bad Chad.
No, let's not make it the Uber rides home.
No, it's embarrassing at whatever age you are. But yeah, I think if you don't continue to grow in life, period, or me, I always try to think of myself as a Renaissance man back in my days. I've overcome quite a few hurdles in my life, some tougher than I'm facing right now. And it's just to find self-worth and to love yourself. I think we all go through our battles in life, whether self-deprecating, depression, addiction, whatever it is, self-destructive, which I just named a lot of things I talk about in therapy. But it's one of those things that truly I think it's better to leave a good legacy and teach some younger people on how to learn some skills to take forward. And whether it's, hey, I know how to pour a beer or do a vodka soda. Well, hell, let me teach you how to make an old fashioned. And we don't never sell well in that. We're going to upgrade that. And I want to teach you check average, and you need to grow your check average. And that couple ain't getting a cocktail or two and leaving this bar. They're going to sit here and have dinner too. Watch this, and how to influence people in a good way to do that. I think those are skills I can teach people. I think that's the important thing, is like teach the younger people, be less selfish and be more selfless and help fellow people and your teammates around you, or just a close friend, or the lady that works at a coffee shop next door, or whatever, dude. Just like, honestly, show more love. And if you ain't got nobody to love, hell, love yourself.
Yeah.
There's a tough one right there.
You can probably love yourself a little bit more than you do right now, for sure. What is the best cocktail to test if someone actually knows what they're doing behind the bar?
I didn't hear that. Can you repeat that one more time?
When I did say it right.
Old fashioned, man. I thought it was cool when I came back to bartending. I took like 10 years off from this because it was too crazy in my life. And man, you can't make a lot of good friends when you get off work at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, you're hanging out in a bad kind of crowd. But I had retired, but coming back, I thought it was super cool for, it's not a fad, but how everything comes back. 80s music, 70s bell bottoms, pants. It does. It's not expiration date, because it does come back and trend. It's crazy, but getting back to old fashions, and Cosmopolitan's been around. I've been through my eras of, like, hell, Sex and the City, that series. I remember that everybody all of a sudden showed up at your bar and wanted a daggum sour apple martini, and it's like, are you kidding me? Like, you want some Kool-Aid?
Where the
and some
hell y'all
vodka?
pulling
I
this
got-
shit out from?
So, Sex and the City
Yeah.
and these things. But I think it's cool, French martinis and, cosmopolitans and grasshoppers and mint juleps and Manhattans. Like, I've gotten some of the craziest stuff over the past year or so, and it's like refreshing to see.
No, there was definitely a resurgence in old fashioned.
Yeah,
this year.
and I think my wife got me a badass T-shirt and bought herself one, and we're matching, but it's from Old Navy, like $5, but it's a white T-shirt and it says "Call me old fashioned." I'm like, oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
I'm embracing 40 something on the back. It's 6 steps on how to make a classic old
You
fashioned.
know what? I think I know exactly what T-shirt you're talking about.
6 steps.
No, it's a dope T-shirt.
Who the hell's out there putting soda water and Sprite in it? Y'all stop that.
Who?
Stop it. Whoever's doing that, you stop that.
Who's doing that?
You got to change the name. That's a new fashion.
Is that what
or
the
something.
Old Navy T-shirt said?
No. They got it right. They consulted with me first before they
Oh,
printed
yeah.
it.
I forgot y'all
Okay.
had that meeting up here.
Yeah. Sorry. True stories, always.
All right, let's check out the shirt. I mean, the hat.
Oh,
Let's check out the hat.
hey, shout out to B Money Caps.
Shout out.
Shout out Big Money Caps. But yeah, I was blessed with this one. It's a 1989. Love bottom shelf, but drink bottom shelf. I don't anymore, so somebody has to.
Somebody
But,
has to.
Yeah, drink more bottom shelf. Don't get bougie on me just because you don't know what tequila tastes like and you want to order something you saw on a commercial. Man, I had a guy last weekend, Casamigos. We didn't. We couldn't get the Blancos, so Pops got us the Anejo.
Oh,
And Buddy's just yelling Reposado at me all night, and I'm like,
I
"You
ain't got it.
gonna keep getting Montezuma Gold out the well?
You gonna keep getting it.
You gonna keep getting it?
Well,
until I cut
based
you
off
off. Until I cut you off, you gonna keep getting it, baby.
facts.
Keep yelling at it.
Well, based off of that, in your opinion, what is the most underrated liquor?
Underrated. Ooh. Man, if I really wanted a sponsorship, I don't know what I'd do with it since I don't drink. But man, Bullet Bourbon really got me into bourbon era, which not my best era. But bourbon whiskey, man. When I found Bullet, man, limestone filtered. Love them folks, but I learned early on, like, I hated whiskey and bourbon when I was young. I don't know. I went through all forms of like gin, vodka drinks, and tequila shots, and a lot of cocktails, a tremendous amount of beer. But I remember I hated whiskey because it was Jack Daniels, and that's what my cousin always had, and I couldn't stand it from the bat of starting drinking at an early age, like I did. But man, it's charcoal filtered, and I learned this from Bullet Bourbon and my wife getting a Keurig machine for Mother's Day. She had to have this teal one that it was rare, and they only had one left at Target. And me and my youngest daughter, we hid that thing because I didn't have the money, and we pushed it behind something we shouldn't have, and we in hopes to come back the next day with money and buy
find it.
this and make my wife happy. One of her first Mother's Days.
Yeah.
And man, I get it, and everything I try, every little K cup, I'm like, I'm old school, man. I'm a dinosaur. What do you mean a pod cup? Okay. Man, they all taste like shit.
They do.
And I'm like, man, I bought these fake pods, mesh, and got my own coffee, my own beans, ground them, put it in there. Worst cup of coffee I ever had. And I'm like, Mama Mocha's, did y'all switch your recipe? Nope, because it was the damn charcoal filter bag in the water tank in the back of your Keurig. I hate charcoal. If anybody doesn't know me, I've got some bumps on my record. I've had 3 overdoses, and I've been fed charcoal. So that's something personally to me.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, so that's something
To make you throw up?
Yeah, so
Okay.
medically induced charcoal.
So the taste is now just like ingrained.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
don't do
God.
charcoal. And here's some of that brutal stuff my wife probably wasn't too excited about, but she knew it would slip out. But yeah, man, charcoal. So like weird. I found this out lately. But I've come from some places that, hell, I couldn't keep spoons in my house. Nobody could eat cereal at my house. And these are all days before I met my wife and beautiful family I have now. So it's like, that's what I'm focused on nowadays. Throw that in is, man, I'm just really thankful for the opportunity every day to try to be a better version of me, for sure. But squirrel.
Squirrel. What drink order makes you instantly judge the customer?
Anything with cream in it. I'm
Oh,
lactose.
really? Are you a hater?
I'm lactose. That's offensive. I'm not a lazy man, but at 43, after working full time since I've been 15, like, not a lazy man, but I, kind of tired of working.
Getting on ready.
Bullet Bourbon, Red Bull Zero. I love you.
We'll be waiting.
Fuck y'all, Applebee's.
I'll get my people to call him.
Yeah.
We'll call you. We'll.
Fuck Applebee's though. I want shit from y'all. Not even a wonton taco. Keep y'all shit over there.
If you could retire one garnish forever, what would it be?
The cheap maraschino cherries.
They're not even real cherries,
Man,
bro.
I don't even paint my nails, but they're pink all the time, and it ain't even my thing.
I know. My son, when we come in, he always wants some cherries, and I'll give him a couple, but I'm like, bro.
I hope you get your fill now and you hate them for the rest of your life. Enjoy as many as you like. I'm gonna give them a whole bowl of them cherries.
It's just candy at this point. That's all it is.
Talking about that salad bar down there at the end of the bar. That little salad bar, the all you can eat, right there.
What about it?
Is all you can eat salad bar.
That's his salad bar?
It's more than him.
It's everybody's salad. That's the all-you-can-eat salad bar for the staff.
Y'all better use them toothpicks I put out there, or I will cuss you.
No, it's like, you know, you have the drawer, like the flap that you can close. You see somebody's hand come in, you just slap that shit on their knuckles.
Man, I love to turn my head and just be like, Bobby, you want another beer? And I just slam it right on their hand. Oh, my bad. The hell ain't no Bobby at the bar. You know, that's a game I play. I told them myself.
But you don't set out the toothpicks in hopes that they would at least use those and get their grubby ass fingers out that fruit tray.
One day they're going to impress me, and that goes both ways. I'm going to impress them one day. Hell, today might be that day. I ain't clocked in yet.
How you going to impress them? Oh, they're going to impress you using the picks.
A toothpick. And me, I'm gonna get through my shift without a shot glass.
You will.
I will.
You will.
And
if you need to, fill that shit up with some crispy Sprite. Make it.
Ugh.
Placebo.
Dish
Placebo
detergent.
effect. Bleach.
I think it is bleach. LeBron James sweat, some lemon and lime, and a lot of sugar. I think that's the recipe, actually. Yeah. Bleach, yeah.
If you've got one bottle at the end of the world, what you grabbing?
Man, give me some H2O.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking. Now, well, you know, I've leaned into my 40s here.
We leaning in.
I'm
into
drinking
sobriety.
some Diet Coke. I've got some monk fruit Red Bull Zero, which is delicious. But yeah, what was that old Tim McGraw song? He's like, drank a lot of beers in my life. I hope to drink a lot of more lemonades in the next 40 years.
In my next 40 years.
But that's kind of how I feel, man. I think I'm gonna lean into some H2O, maybe some fresh, crispy Diet Coke. One of these Red Bulls sure ain't bad. That's why I bought 2 of them. But
and that man tried to take it outside too, ain't he?
But man, if I was single, desperate, and desolate, and I had to give an answer that was alcohol. Thank God I'm not. But I'd have to take that Bullet bourbon with me.
You was grabbing it.
That's some good stuff. I'm taking it with me. I'm not picky either. But yeah, I'd take that Bullet with me. So much you can do, man. Whiskey sours, Manhattans. I mean, that's
true.
That's just a brand and a bottle that I trust in, and it's consistent. I know what I'm getting. It's not a lot of additives, preservatives. So those folks over there, shout out Bullet over there, shout out. And the hell with my little brother in Dothan that said it's pronounced Bullet and try to get fancy.
Last I checked, it ain't French.
Nah, his bar guest was looking at him sideways. Kyle, I told you not to say Bullet. I told you not to, baby.
Bourbon, yeah, bourbon's American. It's Bullet.
I don't know what it is with man, particularly a man and bourbon whiskey. I don't know what it is.
With
us, I don't know what that combo is, but man, I got a lot.
It's something with y'all and that damn bourbon.
I got some lots of splaining to do when it comes to bourbon whiskey. So I like to take my knowledge from my past excursions, take it forward in education. But as far as consuming and enjoying, I think I've had my fill. It's time for somebody else.
We're going to lay that to rest.
Oh, yeah, got to.
Well, let's just leave this as your video diary.
I like that.
So you can come back and you can remind yourself of all these things that you've said, of all these things that you're grateful for, of all these experiences that you've had.
Oh, man, I'm grateful for all of it. You know, the ups and downs. Have you ever heard my motivational speech?
I've heard several.
So yeah, I'm working on it. I got to get my license. But yeah, think of life as a roller coaster, ups and downs.
Ups and downs.
But if it's a flat-ass roller coaster, like when you was 5 and you went and rode the little baby one.
At the county fair.
Still had little bumps and it was fun. But if
Here
you just
and there.
rode a flat one, like a train that runs across this building 10 times a day, nobody want to ride that train.
No, don't nobody.
That's not very exciting.
Boring.
It's no ups, no downs. And the downs, you really, if you do take pitfalls in life or failures in life, you take that L on the situation you were hopeful for, man, you can take it a couple different ways, but the best way is just take it and learn from it and move forward. You know? I think that's a big one. Take it and move forward. Learn something from yourself and your mistakes. But yeah, definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over
again and expecting a different
result.
outcome.
My dad, I had a dad like that. I still do. He's still alive.
That's the definition of insanity,
he
son.
told me that earlier today, twice yesterday. We daring to be different out here, Pops. We daring.
But we going to do some different actions this time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Comedy's still free. There's going to be a lot of jokes. Get through this stuff on this farewell tour.
Like I said earlier, you should write a memoir. You should create a little set. We can make some content out of this.
We'll make something happen. Oh, yeah, I'm excited.
Well, Chad, I really appreciate you. If you have any last words to say, to leave a reminder to yourself or to anybody else out there, you may go ahead.
I think I'll take that time and space. I love you, Lindsay. I love you, Hayden. I love you, Lakin.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I want to take my time really to be like, man, I appreciate you because I think highly of you and your circle, and I believe in you and what you're doing here. And I see this as a passion, and I'm proud of you. I'm excited for you. But I really want to just take that time and say thank you.
Thank you.
I'm honored to be a freaking guest on this show. I've seen a lot of cool people on here already, and I'm like, damn, she must have been really desperate. Somebody called out double sick. She didn't have no backups. I'm playing like Z.
Shut
and here
up.
I am.
That is not true.
Oh, I got employees down there I won't name. They're jealous.
I think
They're
I
like,
just
I want
saw
to be
this.
on there. I want to be on there.
I have gotten a few DMs. Not a few. I've gotten DMs about some people wanting to get lined up. So
I was terrified. I just didn't want to let you down as usual.
you did incredible. I think this is going to be a great episode. If you thought so too, y'all let us know. Y'all hype him up. Y'all make sure he got the love. Where you going?
We're going right here. Got to show off that fit.
Take a look.
Strawberry jams, but my Glock.
But that Glock don't. We're going to leave it at that, you guys. That's last call for today. Thank you for clocking out with us. Until next time, you know the drill. Keep your pants clean, keep your drinks strong, and keep your confessions ready.
So, is there anything else I can get you folks this evening?
Signing out.
Later, Gators. I don't know where I parked my car.